Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we rearranged the garage a bit, tracks pushed off to the side. What we're gonna do here today is we're gonna go ahead and install our rear quarters for our rear body kit. These are 2 inches wider per side, so a total of 4 inches wider in the rear. It is a GT Racing component from GTRacing.com. They sell all kinds of Porsche fiberglass panels, body kits. It's the same as the rear hatch I have back there is a GT Racing hatch. This is part number 212. So what I'm going to do is first get everything removed off the back end and then start figuring out exactly how we're gonna crop this up and get fitted. And after it's fitted, we'll go ahead, weld in some new wider inner fender wells and install the panels. Stick around.
Alright, so that's the tail light, and we still gotta get the little side marker light out of there. So let's do that. And last thing we're gonna take off is our wheel, just so we have ample room to work around it. We'll take the new fender, we'll put it up on here, and then we'll see how it fits. And I think we gotta cut down a little bit of a flanging on the sides of the fenders just to make it sit on the outside, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna give ourselves about an inch left of a metal around here, and then we're gonna take and use that as a bonding point. So we're gonna Plico it all down across here, and then make sure everything fits up, trim down everything else as we need it, and then we're gonna take and bond it all down. So this right here, this is the flanging that I'm talking about, we're gonna have to crop off. So we're just basically gonna take and cut it down to where it's the flat portion across here. And that way we can lay it down flat on all of this. And then same thing on the inside here. Alright, so we got this mostly trimmed up, no more flange here, so we'll sit flush on here, and let's take a look. That's pretty close, pretty good. Looks like it doesn't start to feather out until like down here. I'm not about to take and trim it all the way back that far. I like having a termination point right here on the corner. So, I guess the next step is going to be actually start cutting this out. I'm going to take silver Sharpie since it's black, that way we can easily identify and see where we're cutting, and we'll go ahead and mark it up all the way around. and then do a first cut, pull it off, see how it sits a little bit better before we get to this pinch weld here. Right now I'm just gonna cut on this side of it and just kind of get a feel for it. God, there's a hole in my car. So we got it pulled off. Yeah, looking good. Now we can see exactly where everything is tied into. So when we cut this, we're gonna cut it right along this bend right here. Oh, probably back here actually, on this flat area. Just so we have something to, as you were, just so I can have something good to weld onto, and then we're gonna put this guy in here. And then we'll just trim back the back side to give us as much room as we need in order for it to sit right with the panel on here. Right now, let's get our fiberglass panel on here. Alright, so you guys just saw me, I just drilled a 1/8 inch hole through this. Now we're going to use Clecos. And Clecos are spring-loaded little holders, usually used for sheet metal. What you do is squeeze down and you see the middle, the outsides come up. So when it comes back down, it's got little notches on either side. And those grab the outside material and they pull it forward and it holds it all compounded together. So we'll do that right here. Got it lined up. squeeze this, push it through the hole, and then we find the other hole on the back side, put it together, and it pulls it all tight and holds it in place. So we'll do the same thing all the way across here. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead, take all these clecos off, take the panel off, after we mark our outline where it lines up, and then we're going to take and start fitting our inner fender well. So let's get it on. All right, so I got it fit in pretty good. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take and cleco that up there. So I'm gonna drill and work my way back, make sure it's all the way up against the inner fender or outer fender. Inner fender butting with the outer fender. Butts, butts, butts.
Butts, 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 butts,
Just want to show you guys what that looks like right now. So you can see up here, there's a tiny bit of a gap, but if we just move it to the edge, it closes up, and we can do a filler on that. That's perfect. So, we got this pretty much done up. You can see right here, came up actually a little bit short, but that's okay because the way we need it is actually it needs to go butt up like this. So I'll go ahead and just push it in, tack it, and it should be good. So we'll pull this off, take the paint off the top lip here, and then we'll go ahead and tack it all in place. All right, we got this all prepped up. We got it sanded down. We got it clecoed back in place. So we'll go ahead and tack it all up. Got my mix. All right, so this right here is the hole I was talking about that we need to still fill in. So we'll go ahead, get another piece, and cut it out to that shape. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video right here. So on next week's video, go ahead and pick it up exactly where I'm leaving off right now. So we got this all fitted up, and we're gonna go ahead, sand down our edges, get the metal prepped, and then we'll go ahead and bond the panels down. So after we do that, we'll seam seal everything, and then that's gonna be it for the next video. So stay tuned for part 2, where we actually bond this down to our car. See you next time.